he's actually, out of all the players I've coached him longer than anyone else I've ever coached in my career. Unfortunately, when you're a young coach, you bounce around a lot, you move around a lot, so I haven't been able to stick around very long in certain places, but I was actually able to work with Bernie for 3 years, which is a record for me. So I'm excited to get a chance to talk about you. And then with Luke, I still remember the first time meeting you. You were kind of goofy, outside linebacker, inside linebacker. I knew you liked to hit. You and I had a lot of conversations down in the laundry room whenever I handed out towels your freshman year. I don't know if you remember this, but you told me you didn't plan on living past 40. It's just one of those weird stories that sort of stuck with me. But that's, I don't know if for all you guys that know Capone, he's kind of a goofy guy, kind of a weird guy, but his the biggest difference for me is when I left in 2012 and then came back this July, and the first time getting to talk to Luke, he was a totally different person. Obviously, 3 years in college will do that. You're going to grow up, but he was truly a man. Like he was not the little goofy outside linebacker that always had a weird joke or something to tell me that I didn't want to hear. He truly had matured, and he had a passion to find a way to be the best possible H-back he could be in our offense. And it's always tough to be a senior, to have to deal with a new coordinator. I had to do it myself as a player. It's never easy. You don't know how you're going to fit in with the new coach. You don't know how the new offense fits your skill sets. And for Luke, I know it was a tough transition. It was both of us going back and forth, figuring out what he did well, what he wanted to do in the offense, how he was going to be able to fit him in. And at no point did Luke ever come up to me and say, why don't I get to play a little bit more? Why don't we do this? It was always about what he could do that was best for the team. And both of them being captains, I couldn't have asked for better offensive captains than those two guys. I know that whatever I said during a post-practice meeting or a post-game talk, that those guys were able to echo that and make sure that my point was getting driven home. Luke was probably one of the most upbeat guys I've ever been around. No matter again, we had some ups and down games, as all of you witnessed. He is someone that no matter what happened, when he came in on Monday, he was ready to go, and whatever the game plan was, he just wanted to do his part and find a way to do the best he could. And being an O-line coach my whole career, I can say that coaching H-backs or being around H-backs, it's a very similar thing. It's kind of a thankless job. You don't get a lot of catches, you don't get the ball given to you a whole lot, but you're asked to block. And no one really cares about how the blocks go until you whiff on one or until you miss one. And with Luke, he was never a liability in our run game. He caught some passes for us, but he was also on the field for quite a few touchdowns for us. And it's because he was able to sell the run when we asked him to sell the run. He was able to create a seal on the backside of zone. He was able to do a bonus block when he was supposed to go get a safety. He was able to do a little everything. And it was just a pleasure working with Luke. And I wish I had a little bit more time with you, but it was a great chance for me to come back. I couldn't have asked for a better first experience. And you were a big reason that my year was so enjoyable this year. So thank you. So Bernie came in as an O-lineman. His first year with us, I believe, was actually his second year of college at that point, and I'm not making that up. He was a 260-pound guard, center, kind of. Not really a center, we found out quickly. One of the quotes that a lot of guys always said my first go around here was, "Damn it, Bernstein," because he drove me nuts a little bit the first time I was with him. And then, unfortunately, right when he was kind of coming into his own right at the end of summer camp, he broke his wrist and ended up missing that whole season. And then lost a lot of weight because he wasn't able to lift and was really never able to put it back on. So we found another way to get on the field and became an H-back as well. And that was even my last year here. He had made the switch where he was still playing some guard for us, but was playing H-back as well. And we'd go in whenever we needed to block for ISO or power. And then coming back this year, he played a little everywhere. He played H-back, he played defensive tackle. He was on special teams. Like he did anything that was needed from the team. And when I remember him coming up to me and telling me, "Coach, I don't just want to be a goal line fullback. I don't want that." And we tried to put him wherever we could, and he was able to do anything we asked him to. But in the end, his number one thing for us was that he was the best hard-nosed downhill blocker we had for goal line and short yardage. So I know you didn't like the label, but you were a hell of a goal line fullback. And I couldn't have done it without you. You helped us get a lot of touchdowns. Thank you guys.